live in a world in which people tell you that prison is the end of something. And this was literally the first time that somebody told me that the thing that I do now started at the worst point of my life. I literally survived prison and built connections with other human beings because of the books that I was reading and that they were reading.
When I was on the inside, books saved me. Whether it's saved from the monotony of prison, from the depression or the despair of prison, these books are lifelines.
It is the ability to remove yourself from this place of angst and negativity and go way beyond the borders of the fences and the walls.
You learn so many things through books. You learn different perspectives.
I think books, especially while you're incarcerated, are ways to branch out and experience things you may not have experienced even when you weren't incarcerated.
It makes me remember that there is so much more. It gives me hope and motivation.
There's never been a prize where you acknowledge that some of the most dopest readers in this country, some of the people who find literature to be their lifeblood, some of the people who recognize the books on a regular basis change the way they see the world, the way they think about the world, are men, women, and children who are incarcerated. The Inside Literary Prize is our bid to recognize those readers. We take the National Book Award finalists, their fiction, and then we get 9 excellent readers. And those folks are inside and outside. They read that long list, and then they choose a short list, 4 books. Then we send those 4 books to 25 readers in each of the men's prison and the women's prison.
We're here today at the Edna Mann facility in New Jersey. We're here to judge these 4 amazing titles for the 2025 Inside Literary Prize. Walked into that gym and the energy was amazing. These are the most well-read people in America. You know, once you get going, it's hard to shut it off. Like, we want to stay forever.
These words, because I write poetry, I just love it. Everyone loves Chingan because it is our story.
We get the conversations that show that like minds are broadening, that people are thinking about things differently.
This is a book that not only does this generation need, generations after this generation need. Because if I had dealt with my trauma after this happened to me, I wouldn't be physically like in this building in these vacuums.
You can tell sometimes when the incarcerated population shows up to be part of something, and you can tell when someone shows up to really engage and be an active part of the process. And I think if you had sat with them for another 5 hours, that would have been okay.
Books taught me to humble myself, reminding me that the playing field of wisdom, of intelligence, of curiosity, and of what makes you interesting knocks down all of the walls of prejudice that keep us becoming who we imagine ourselves capable of being.
Our voices are rarely heard while we're inside. They can know that we were the ones who judged these and we had the voice and impact to make that decision.
Being a judge for this prize means that for this moment, in this moment, I'm not just an incarcerated person, I'm a reader, and that what I do is of value and that my time had meaning.